Hey everybody, good evening. Sherelle's here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So, I am um, doing this video because I wanted to let y'all know what's going on with me. A life update again. Yesterday, I kind of had a messed up evening, and because of what I went through over the weekend and the news I got from my doctor about my health problems, which it gotten a little worse. And here I thought it was getting better because I was getting a lot of good news last week, and I thought I was going home with a clean bill of health. So I had the doctors ran blood tests on me, X-ray, EKG, and everything. I was admitted in the hospital over the weekend because I was sick. I didn't know why I was feeling sick to my stomach. I was nauseous, and then I was feeling fine, and then I started throwing up. And I was throwing up a lot of brown stuff, and that's when I realized I triggered my gas, my acid reflux disease. I have, it's called GERD. I don't know if anybody knows anything about that out there, but for the people who knows about that, um, everybody was telling me to be careful with what I eat, and I thought I was doing that, and I didn't know that eating chocolate and dairy triggers the gastro reflex. And that was my mistake, so I kind of blame myself for that, and I feel so bad about it. So I just kept beating myself up about it for the next 24 hours while I was in the hospital. And then they ended up running a X-ray test on me and an EKG, and then about a couple hours later they admitted me in the hospital. And then I started feeling weird because just a second before she came back out, they was gonna discharge me, and I thought I was gonna go home. In the back of my mind, I was like, I don't think I should go home. I felt in my heart that something was wrong with me. I just couldn't pinpoint it, like right there. So they left me in the emergency room for like about another hour or two, and that's when they realized there was something else wrong with me. And I had weakness in the body, um, weakness in my arms, and I in my legs, and I couldn't even stand up, and it was really bad. I started freaking out. I had a panic attack, and they they just laid me down. And while I was laying down in the hospital room, I was thinking of what I could have done that triggered everything that was going wrong with me that day. Because all this started like the day before I went to the hospital. It went from me feeling scratchy and achy to me feeling weak and sick, and then I was really in pain, and I really didn't know why. So I asked the doctor to check that out, and then my head started killing me. So it was like one bad thing after another, and as I was like, okay, I'm convincing myself that I'm well enough to go home, knowing that I'm not. So they decided they wanted to keep me overnight for more tests and to observe me and my behavior. So around 1 o'clock in the morning, I started feeling so sick again, and I started feeling weak. And it was like it started up all over again. I was coughing, I was itching, my face was itching, my throat was itching, and didn't feel the best. So they didn't even give me anything until the next morning, and that sucked. So I kind of ride out in pain for the next 6 to 8 hours. So altogether, I was in there for like a day and a half, and then I they ran a blood test on me twice. They didn't understand why the first test didn't come up with anything, but the second test, I found out that um, I have a blood disorder called alpha thalassemia, and it's when it's very aggressive on me. HB is what they call it. I got the really bad end of the stick of it. Is when you're anemic, like your hemoglobin levels is low, is really low. It has something to do with the red blood cells. When you got more red blood cells than white blood cells, but what triggered it was my sickness I already had. Um, and it kind of scared me, so I started crying. I didn't understand what it meant because, like I say, I only know the obvious of what's going on with me, and I know what meant, like what it means to have that. But with this one, I didn't know. And right off the back, when you find out something else is going on with you and you don't know what it means, you don't know the definition of it, you kind of get scared. And you get scared of the unknown. It's like you figure, oh my God, one more thing I got to worry about. And then other stuff that goes on your mind. Some people think you're just being dramatic and irrational, and other people think, okay, it's just the emotions taking over you. But I really think that I'm like this close to dying. And the reason why I said that is because when my doctor hit me back up, she emailed me last night saying that I had this blood disorder and that there's nothing I can do about it. She didn't explain anything to me about what was really going on with me and why my blood levels is so low. And then I emailed her right back, but she never contacted me back, so I figured she didn't want to tell me anything else. I hate when doctors trying to keep certain things from you. You might as well tell the patient everything instead of just telling them little bit of information about what's going on with your health, because you don't know what could happen next. You don't know what's going on. And it's bad enough I suffer with depression, and I always have these thoughts in my mind that I'm gonna die and anything could cause my death. And then I have chest pains, I have a heart murmur, a weak heart. My muscles is a little weaker. Um, and then I have Bell's palsy. I had Bell's palsy for a couple of years now. I had the scoliosis with sciatica, and I had that now for over a year. I had it for like almost 2 years now. And it's like one bad shit after the other. So understand the fact that I'm a little emotional here and freaked out, and I'm not feeling the best right now. Like, you can't do anything or say anything to me that's going to make me feel better. Because at this point right now, I'm very hurt and I'm emotional. I'm highly emotional, and I don't know what to do. And I really don't know what to do about my health now because she's telling me there's nothing I can do. So it's like, how are you supposed to feel after that? Like, after hearing that. And then I did some researching online since she didn't want to tell me much, but it was pretty much like, you can't get hurt. You can't cut yourself or injure yourself in any way because it's easy for you to bruise and bleed out. And with my health problems, they say that it's easy to trigger the blood levels. If it gets any lower, it could cause cancer. My chances is 50-50. So I started crying, and like I started feeling so hurt. Like, this could possibly be the worst news you can give me. And I just felt alone. Like, I'm literally alone and I don't know how to take the news. Lately, I've been tired, emotional, and confused, and I've been crying a lot. And I cry in my room almost every week. And you thought the holidays was depressing and lonely? Try having so many health problems and not have no one to be here for you, to talk to you, or to give you a hug and to make you feel like everything is going to be fine, to reassure you that you're fine. I don't feel like I'm fine. I don't feel like I'm going to be fine. If anything, I feel like I'm this much closer to death. And now I'm having a lot of chest pains, and I've been laying in bed all morning, all day pretty much. I just got out of bed like an hour ago, and all I wanted to do was just cry, drink water, cry, and it was like, what can I do? So, if anybody wanted to look it up, I some people might not think it's that bad, so you're gonna take it lightly, but I don't take anything lightly as far as health problems go. It's a very serious thing for me, and it's very heavy, and I hate it more than anything. So I don't want nobody out here telling me it's not that bad. Don't get so hurt or depressed about it, because it's too late. I'm already hurt and depressed about it. And the last thing I need is for somebody to make light of the situation. I'm just like, I just hate it, because my health problems isn't getting any better. It's getting worse. I'm 33 years old, and I shouldn't have to go through what I'm going through right now. And another, the side effects, the symptoms of having the alpha thalassemia is fatigue, chest pains, jaundice, soreness in the spleen and stomach, and swelled up spleen in the abdominal area. And there's other symptoms of it. And so far, I'm showing four symptoms of having the thalassemia, um, which is the swelled up stomach, spleen, and fatigue and chest pains. And I've been having this now for about a week. But the others, I've been this, showing signs of it for like the last couple of months. That's why I've been in and out the hospital. So yeah, my depression just went up to a 20. And last night I cried so hard that I almost like coughed my lungs out, choked. I almost passed out. I had to calm myself down before anything else. So that's just how I'm doing. And I'm home. Last night I took a walk outside, bumped into one of my neighbors, and I told her about it, and she felt bad. And it's like she was upset about it just as much as I was, because she didn't understand why the doctor didn't want to do anything about it, why she didn't want to talk to me about it. So yeah, we all are like a little emotional about it. Um, so and that's just something I wanted to let y'all know. I the cancer thing, I don't want to keep having cancer scares, but like I say, if my blood levels or if my health don't get better, that's what it's going to lead to. And I'm prone to having sickness, like feeling sick and having infections. Um, and the thing is, I don't ever do anything. Like, I don't do nothing to my body to cause this. It was just happening. And I asked the doctor what's going on with me. Why is it happening? She don't even know. She can't even tell me. And she don't want to hurt my feelings any more than she did now. But it's like the truth would have been nice, you know. So that's just me. Um, I'm going through a health crisis, and I'm just not doing the best right now. And like I say, I'm alone in this. I feel alone in this. My depression is still here. I can't sleep like I used to at night. I'm having nightmares, and I'm having chest pains. I could barely breathe through the night. I'm always getting up, feeling hot and cold, and that's another symptom. Feeling hot and cold all the time, like cold feet, cold hands. And I just got rid of my migraine. It's like I was having migraines for like the past 2 months, and I'm still taking the medications for it. So it's like, yeah, more health problems. And um, it's just me. So I'm not doing okay. Um, I'm not even in the mood to do anything right now. It's just, like I said, I'm just going to continue to be in my house, in my room, crying my eyes out, and just lay in my bed. So that's my life update for you. And I will see y'all next time.